Langis.
Ito ba lahat ang gamit mo?
Ay hindi, isa lang ang gamit ko for all. Moringa O2 Therapy Oil. Hindi lang malunggay. Meron ding olive oil and omega from sunflower oil.
This therapy oil helps relieve my dry and irritated skin.
It helps lighten my scars and stretch marks.
It helps make my hair young and healthy.
This is our beauty secret.
Sana all.
Sana oil.
Every coffee needs a lotus.
It really shows na yung skin ko ngayon mas moisturized, mas glowing, and mas healthy.
Thanks to Glutacy, I got my skin tone back. Thank you so much, Glutacy.
What's the secret to beauty's beauty?
Langis.
Ito ba lahat ang
Okay, and we're back. Before we move on to our question and answer, just a few reminders. For our Zoom participants, please type in your questions at the Q&A chat box below. For Zoom live questions, please click the raise button to notify the administrator. And for our Facebook live viewers, please type in your questions at the comment box. And please allow me as well to greet our out-of-town participants. They are from Angeles City, Bacolod City, Baguio City, Bonifacio, Misamis Occidental, Cagayan de Oro City. Thank you for joining us today. We have, 50 participants from Cebu City. Thank you.
Welcome to everyone.
Yes. And City of San Fernando, Pampanga. We also have participants, 17 participants from Davao City, 10 participants from Iloilo, Mexico, Pampanga, San Antonio and Nueva Ecija, Tacloban City, Tarlac City, and Zamboanga City. I would like also to acknowledge our partner speakers are watching right now, Ms. Vivian, Sir Joey Reyes, Eric Manalo, Sir Raymond. Thank you for watching us. And now we're ready. Chris,
Okay.
are you ready now?
Sure.
For the first question, this question came from Joshua Rosario. Considering the economic impact of the lockdown caused by the pandemic and the possibility of a recession, how can a services company like merchandising, brand activation, sampling, etc., thrive despite anticipated budget cuts of its clients?
Okay. First, let me correct the question. Okay. The question was okay. First, it's like merchandising, right? So I'm assuming like cups, pens, T-shirts, things like that, right? Okay. First, Joshua, thanks for the question. I'm going to be honest. The question was the possibility of a recession. Dude, I think it's not a possibility. I think we're definitely going to be in a recession. Okay, there's no question about it. Okay, spending is going to go down. Getting sales is going to be harder. As far as I know, your industry, the competition is already massive. All right. So the thing that you have to do is you have to focus on getting the right kinds of customers. You have to differentiate yourselves from Joshua. You have to differentiate yourself from your competition. And the way that you're going to do that is you're not going to make the same cups as everybody else. You're gonna make them a little bit different. You're going to be more creative in the designs that you put out. You're going to get more creative in the packages that you put together for your clients. You're going to have to find clients, okay? Because regardless of the economy and the certainty of us entering a recession, what I can tell you is that there will be people, there will be businesses looking for your products. What you have to do is you have to make sure that you are the one in front of them. And one of the ways to do that, one of the main ways to do that is to have a very strong online presence. In order to have a strong online presence, we're out of the scope of this discussion. I can probably spend the whole day talking about that. But what I encourage you to do, Joshua, is click the link, make an appointment with me on my calendar, and we can discuss on how we can do that for your business, for your company. All right. I hope that answered the question. Do we have the next one, Irish?
Okay, from anonymous attendee, I am a sales in an international freight forwarding. I deal with manufacturing companies engaged in exports and imports. Can you give me an idea how I can expand my markets in this situation?
Okay, that's one of the industries that's kind of screwed right now. Mm-hmm. All right, the freight forwarding. If you're focusing on you see, freight forwarders, I can throw a stone, and I can probably find one somewhere around. Yeah, you have a lot of competition. What you can do is anonymous, right? The name of this person, right? We don't know the name. Irish. Okay. There's a couple things you can do. You can have the lower end, and you can have the higher end. Okay. The lower end is whatever you're doing now. Like containers, pallets, and commercial, private. Then you have the higher end. Okay, the higher end, the spending power is a little bit higher. Okay, let's say somebody wants to wrap art or sculpture or whatever it is. Okay, you want to show that you can wrap it with care, with diligence, with attention to detail. I'll give you an example. Okay, Disneyland is closed right now. All right, there's no way that Disneyland is open. However, when Disneyland started this service many years ago, if you've ever been to Disneyland or you've been to an amusement park, the one thing that people hate is the long lines, right? So Disneyland started what they call the concierge service, where you pay one of their employees, but it's like dedicated employees to bring you around, show you the quickest way around the whole place, and and cut the lines. All right. And when they started it, they were charging, if I recall correctly, my numbers might be wrong, but when they started, they were charging like 40, 50 USD per hour. They had a waiting list of people wanting to do that, right? So what they did was they upped the price to 300 USD per hour, and they upped it again to 600 USD per hour, and they still had a waiting list. The people with the spending power, what you should do is try to take your business and apply it to them, and to be able to service them. Okay, there's people that's going to be moving, a lot of moving, not from one city to another city. We're gonna be talking about people moving their homes from one country to another, from one end of the world to another. Okay. Maybe you can have a service where you pack up all their things that they have, whether it's in Philippines going to somewhere else or another country coming into the Philippines. Okay, but the underlying factor is that you got to get out there, and this is the same advice for everyone. You got to get out there. You got to get in front of people, whether it's a digital like this using technology. You got to get on the phone. You got to get online. All right. We all have to do those things. Okay. Do we have the next question, Irish?
Yes, this question is from Mary Ann Kumawal.
right?
I'm an insurance agent, and I would like to ask, what is the irresistible offer can I give to my prospects?
Okay, the your prices in insurance, your prices are fixed. You cannot say, oh yeah, too much, I give you discount. No, you cannot do that. What you can do is you can give personalized service. Now, let's say someone says, oh, the premium. I'll just use simple numbers. Let's say the premiums are 5,000 a year. You can get creative, Marianne, right? Okay, you can get creative. You can tell them. They say, oh, we want it cheaper. Instead of making it cheaper, why don't we go from 5,000 to 10,000? Okay, that's silly, right? They ask for cheaper and you say we go more. Okay, there's something that everybody has that is a pain to them. Okay, when you have 5,000, that much is your commission. When you have 10,000, that much is your commission. Okay, let's say they have a babysitting problem. Example. Let's say they have a personal issue. You can solve that personal issue, okay, and save them money and save them time and save them effort. And you tell them, you know what, this is what I do for you. Instead of getting a 5,000 premium, you get the 10,000. This is what I solve for you. Okay, so that would be an irresistible offer. Another irresistible offer. But here's the thing also, Marianne. Insurance, I'm not exactly 100% sure of the numbers in Philippines, but here in Malaysia, I'll share some numbers with you. The population in Malaysia is about 32 plus minus a million. There's about 40,000 insurance agents in Malaysia, and the population that has insurance in Malaysia is 50%. Okay, so here's the question right now. The question is, should you hit the 50% that doesn't have insurance, or should you hit the 50% that does have insurance? Okay, for me, you gotta have two different campaigns. You gotta talk one message to the people that do not have insurance, because damn, right now, people realize that insurance is important. Okay, because imagine before, it's like, oh, you know what? I don't need this insurance. I don't need that insurance. You need it now, right? That's how you have to get enough prospects. Now, irresistible offer, insurance is slightly challenging, but what you can do is that here's what I find with most salespeople. Yeah, Marianne, most salespeople don't answer the phone, don't answer a message in minutes, don't respond to emails. Once again, I'm gonna. If you all know Irish or Jeff or JM over at Ariva, when I answer messages, it's almost instantaneous, unless I'm in a meeting like this. But I always answer every message within 2 hours. The irresistible offer you give to your clients is that you answer them in a very, very, very timely manner. Okay, that by itself would set you apart with a whole lot of people. Okay, Irish, do we have the next question?
Yes,
may I have the question? Ask the question. No?
Go ahead, Sir Vincent.
Yes, that's mine.
Okay.
Sir, I'm asking about real estate right now because I'm from a real estate company here in the Philippines. I'm from Federal Land.
Awesome.
Right now,
I've heard of Federal Land.
Yeah. We have awesome properties in development right now.
Right.
I'm having a big problem about in this situation right now, because we're about hit the 1 month lockdown here in the Philippines.
I think it might go longer too.
Yeah, that's a problem then. All of my clients have already given their thumbs up, but yet again, their conditions are they have this lockdown has to stop. And
right.
Also, and can you help me in having a breakthrough in because especially online, I have an online thing when I make presentations. I have my presentations, yet when my clients ask for the computations and everything else for that certain properties, that's it. And then I follow up, then nothing.
Okay.
Is it is real estate in a bad situation right now? Because I really want to know.
Well, not just real estate, yeah, Vincent. It's every business, isn't it? Except certain selected ones, right? Here's the thing. You explained that you did your online presentation, and then you asked this, and then you follow up. Here's what I suspect. I suspect that you're not asking the hard questions. Okay, the hard questions like, if let's say we were able to do this, would you proceed with the deal? That's a hard question to ask. It's a hard question for you to ask, but it's a very professional question because let's say you give them something, would this interest you? They have to answer yes or no. Okay. If the answer is yes, great, let's proceed. If the answer is no, I'm surprised. Why not? Right. Here's the thing, Vincent, we're not asking the hard questions enough. We were never asking the hard questions before, and we're definitely not asking the hard questions now. You see, that comes into that plays into the complacency that we had before all this happened. It's like, we just go with the flow. I'm in this business, I'll do this and I do that. If they want to buy, they buy. Now, shoot, we have to get them to buy. But is it beneficial to them, or is it beneficial to me? That's the question that we got to tackle, right? So your situation is quite unique because you have inventory that cannot move anywhere. All right. The commitment and investment is a larger amount. It's not like you can give like half price unless the developer does, right? So you have a lot of limitations. We're working with some real estate agents here in Malaysia, and they're making some closings. What I would suggest, Vincent, is that you click the link and make an appointment, and then we can have that discussion. I can share with you additional ideas. But here's the thing: buyers will always be buying, sellers will always be selling. Okay, I would suspect that the people you're talking to were people that you were talking to before this situation happened. I might be wrong, but I suspect that it's people that you were talking to before, and you're trying to get them further along in the process, but you're not talking to a whole lot of new prospects right now. Would that be a somewhat accurate assumption? Did we lose Vincent?
I think so.
Okay, that's fine. So anyway, Irish, we're recording this, right? So they can play it later on. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Irish, the next question from Frank. I don't know if we should answer that.
Okay. Before we move on to our next Zoom live question, I have an FB live question here from Miss Miguel. How can leisure business cope up after this situation? Leisure business.
I'm sorry, future business?
How can leisure business cope up with this, cope up after this situation?
Okay. I'm not 100% understanding the question. What I think is is she asking if how can we be sure that business will go up after we finish this pandemic thing?
Their company is on leisure.
Okay. Well, travel,
hotels,
hospitality, that's taking a hit. One of the things that you can do is that you can, I'm not exactly sure what kind of travel, but you can, we actually have one travel agent that we picked up as a client last week. All right. So what we're doing is we're pre-selling packages, not for international to come in, but for more for domestic, because domestic travel and tourism will pick up quicker than international. Okay, I would focus more on domestic tourism. There's I mean, you guys have beautiful beaches, right? Wonderful sights. Travel and tourism, I would pre-sell packages right now. Make it a very irresistible offer. Don't collect 100% upfront. collect like a deposit to capture in the client, and then they pay later on, but they must pay a deposit. Come up with packages like that. Come up with packages that are more concierge, like more personal, okay, personal service. Okay, I hope that will help the lady out.
Okay, for a second Zoom live question, Ms.
Sure.
Isel. Go ahead, you can ask your question now. Ms. Isel. Okay, while we're fixing the connection, I have a question here from our FB Live viewer,
Sure.
Bertomer Taksan. How can we make leads management where the data privacy is prevailing here in the Philippines?
Okay, so I've heard that kind of question for maybe about 15 years. The US first came out with the data privacy and all that stuff, right? What it really means is, okay, first here's the thing. We need to know if you're in B2B or B2C. B2B, of course, business to business, or you're in a business to consumer, business to personal, okay? If you're in B2B, that shouldn't be an issue at all, right? I'm not fully aware of the laws in Philippines on that, but what I suspect is that B2B, you'll have less restriction. Now, when we talk about the calling, and we talk about the emailing, and we talk about the social media, that's why we say we have two categories: the online and the offline. The online is more of them coming to you, and then the offline is more of you going to them. Okay, so regardless of any data restrictions, any privacy restrictions, we can use either one or the other, or a combination of the two, to get people to reach out to us. You see, if you do your things right, if you do your target prospect right, if you do your intake, you do your landing page right, you really have no shortage of people reaching out to you and saying, hey, this is interesting to me, can you tell me more? Okay.
I think we're ready now for Ms. Isel.
All right.
Ms. Isel, are you ready now to ask your question? Nothing. So what about Sir Sean Philip Tan? Hello, good afternoon. Okay. Still no, I have a question here. How are we going to do sales even for clients with no operations as of the moment, in line with their compliance to the orders of the government?
Do we have any indication of an industry?
No industry. I'm sorry, sir.
Very hard to answer that question because we don't know really what industry we're talking about. When we call companies here, okay, during these couple of weeks, what we found is that okay, because your thinking is that most companies are going to have the like landline, right? So even if you go to a website and you call the landline, but nobody answers the phone because nobody's there because it's lockdown, correct? But what we also find is that we can search for, one of the things that we teach also is how to find the decision makers when we do prospecting. That's actually one of the topics on our 7 skills, the webinar series. So that was interesting, yeah. So we'll actually teach you how to reach out to these people, whether by email or by phone or by mobile. A lot of companies have a mobile number that's listed.
Chris, sorry to interrupt, but I think they're on auto industry, automotive.
Okay, automotive as in parts, service, or selling cars?
Cars.
Selling cars? Okay, so the selling cars, well, one it also depends whether it's a basic car or luxury car, whether it's used or new. Okay. In general, what we can answer is this. Right now, there's a feeling that cars are not that important, right? Uh, However, we come back to buyers will buy and sellers will sell. What we got to do is we got to find out the people that are wanting to buy the cars. Now, the question that we answered for I think Marianne and a couple of the others, the merchandising, personal service, giving great value, that doesn't change. The reason we never did all that before is because we thought we didn't have to. Okay, and now we don't know what to do because we never had that habit. We have to go into a mode of either you hit something more for the masses and you make the price lower, or you hit something that you give personal service and you get the quality prospects and clients. Okay.
Okay. For our next Zoom live question, can we
Sure.
ask for Sir Sean Philip Tan? You may now ask your question. Hello, Sean.
Hi, hello,
Okay.
ma'am.
There you go. You can
I'm
now
the one
ask your question.
I was also planning to ask the same question about how about the automotive industry?
I see.
Because in our situation right now, most of our clients think that really are not a necessity in this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite difficult.
Well, here's the thing. So I'm assuming that Sean, you sell cars. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
New, used, new or used, secondhand.
A brand new vehicle, sir.
Brand new.
Okay. Is it okay to ask which model or which manufacturer?
What brand?
From a Suzuki vehicle, sir.
Okay. Suzuki is more of the low to mid range,
Yes, sir.
right? So
Yes, sir.
what you got to do is, you see, you cannot like, oh yeah, it's not a luxury vehicle. That's a fact. No insult intended. All right.
Yes, sir.
So the one of the ways, I don't know which banks you work with, or whether there's anything in place for that. One of the quickest ways out of recession, and please understand, I'm not an expert on finance or economics here, but one of the quickest ways of getting out of recession is to ease the borrowing, right? So what I would do is I maybe have a chat with some of the banks that y'all use and find out what's the criteria that they would be using. See whether you can go when you go longer loan, which is not really advisable, but if you go on a longer loan, the payments go down, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
maybe you can have a conversation on that. Maybe you can maybe your dealership can offer like free oil change for 3 months, 6 months. What give extra benefits, give extra value. You see, we don't do things like that. We don't do things now. We cannot think of things like to do now because before we never did it. You see,
yes.
that comes back to the complacency that we all have. Not just you, Sean, not just Marianne or me or Irish or whoever. Not saying you're complacent, you're Irish, okay? But we're in a situation where we're put in right now that we have to do these things, but we don't know how to do it. We can't think of it because we never did it before. So you have to get creative. If let's say someone wants to come and see a car, you go pick them up. They say, I don't know if this will fit in my driveway. You bring the car there and you let them see if it fits in the driveway. Yes. You have to give personal service, Sean. Yeah?
I see. Thank you very much, sir. I'm glad that you answered my question.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
Awesome.
Okay,
thank you.
From our FB Live viewer, from Christine Flores. Hello, Christine. How to pre-qualify prospects without offending them? Questions such as salaries, civil status, and in real estate industry.
Okay. Okay. You don't say. Okay, I'll try with you, Irish. Don't answer, yeah.
Okay.
Irish, are you married? Okay, you will feel like, hey, why are you asking me that question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how about this? Hey, Irish, how long have you been married?
Oh, okay. Quite some time.
Okay, that one you can answer. You see, now you're not asking, are you married or not? Now you're asking, how long have you been married? And then they will say, oh, I'm not married. Then, oh, okay. Oh, I've been married for quite some time. So did you get the answer that you need? Right? It's not offensive. You see, we don't know how to ask questions. That's the problem. Something, no offense to anybody, but something as basic as like trying to find out what's your monthly salary, what's your marital status, where do you live, what kind of car do you drive? Asking these qualifying questions. It's not, hey, are you married? No, it's like conversational, where, hey, Irish, how long have you been married? Then it's a conversation, not, hey, are you married? What, taking notes, or not like that. Okay, I hope that example answered that question.
Okay, can we answer last 3 questions, sir?
Sure.
Okay.
We can go a bit longer if you guys want to.
Okay. From our Zoom participant, sir, my question is, in the midst of COVID, we don't have sales due to people here in the Philippines priority is food or basic commodities instead of purchasing bags, cosmetics, for we are in a direct selling company, Sophie Paris, Philippines. How can we manage this? We do sales call, but they always answer no time for that. We need food. Any advice?
Okay. The first thing is them saying no time, that's a lie. Right? Everybody has time right now. Correct? So you're targeting the wrong people. If you're always hearing the no money, no time, then you're targeting the wrong people. Okay? Or you're saying the wrong thing. You're trying to pitch up front. Okay? You see, in MLM, direct sales, there's always this mentality where, hey, can I invite you out for coffee? And then you pitch them. Or insurance, the same thing, right? People that you never see for a long time. Hey, can I invite you for coffee? Oh, okay. And then, oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing insurance. Then we know it's coffee with an insurance pitch. Okay, so you want to ask those questions up front. Okay. I don't know exactly what the product or service is, but I'll mention this. Okay, maybe we twist it. Okay, we know we're gonna get the no money, right? Hey, let me ask you a question. With the pandemic and the lockdown, we all don't have enough money, right? Of course, the answer is yes. Do you want that to change? Yes. If I were to show you something that could possibly change that and get you extra money so that you will never face this situation again, would you want to have a conversation about it? That's how you change. That's how you change and qualify them. Okay, if they say no, I'm not interested, then no matter what you say, they're not going to be interested. Okay, to get that word track, please request for the recording so that you can hear that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you have to change your question. You have to change your questions, not to, hey, I got this thing. It's very good for you. You can make money. That's what most of y'all are saying. Change the question to, are you tired of having no money? Yes. Do you see how important money is during times like this? Yes. Do you want this to go away? Yes. Okay, I got this for you. Let me share it with you, and then you take it from there. Okay.
Okay. We have Miss Kim Noble for Zoom live question. Miss Kim, you may now ask your question. Oh, Sir Kim, sorry. Go ahead. Please unmute your audio.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, it's clear now.
Yeah, I would just like to ask, since most of us were doing online,
right.
We would like to ask if Chris, do you have any more in-depth online marketing classes.
Yes,
So
what you
that we
can yes, what you can do is you schedule the appointment with me, and I'll show you the options that we have.
Yeah. But the second question would be, do you have any FB more in depth of a FB marketing or FB marketing class?
To answer now?
No. I mean for us to subscribe.
Oh
If you
yeah, of
have,
course. What we'll do is any of the links that you click, if you get in touch with us, we'll send out other information as well, because the whole foundation of how we're gonna make it through is we have to get online. Okay.
Okay.
And then when you say online, what does going online really mean? Does
Because,
anybody know?
Mhm.
What does going online mean? You have e-commerce, you have Facebook, you have LinkedIn, you have YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you do a store? Do you what do you do? So it really depends on the product or the service or what your industry is. What we should do, like I said, if you click any of the links, I think it's in the chat now. If you click in any of the links and you get in touch with me, I'll send you all the info. And then one of the things I got to tell everybody is that when we do things, it's not so much like, we teach. I'm telling you that we're actually doing those things right now. We are doing those things. The clients and students that we have are doing those exact same things, and they're doing very okay. And I want you to do okay. I really want you to do okay.
Thanks for that, Chris.
You're welcome.
Okay. Next question from FB Live viewer from Donna
Sure.
Malte. I'm in the pharma industry. Can you teach me how can we generate sales from doctors if doctors don't have clinic?
Then where are the doctors if they don't have clinic? As far as I know, there's only 2 places doctors are at, or 3: the clinic, the hospital, the golf course. Right? So, okay, but I don't fully understand that. Maybe they can ask a follow-up question, because if they don't have clinics, then where would they be? But right now you have to think of this. You have to think that doctors, medical, armed forces, police, officials, is probably not the right time to hit them up as prospects. I mean, shit. Sorry, I think they got more things on their mind than anything else. Okay.
They are our heroes nowadays.
Right.
They're the frontliners, and we salute them. Okay. For FB Live question, another FB Live question. John Leo Ison. I'm sales in distribution of construction materials. In your own opinion, what is the best support we can give to our customers in a win-win situation?
Okay, construction materials. Let's see. Irish, can I get the question one more time?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
He is into sales distribution of construction materials. In your opinion, what is the best support that they can give to their customers in a win-win situation?
Okay. We got to know if the customers are more like consumers, like residential, smaller contractors, or whether it's developers and construction firms. We got to know the two. So what I'll do is I'll answer both as best that I can. All right. So for the smaller ones, you got to find out what's important to them. Actually, for both, you got to find out what's important to them. But especially for the smaller ones, what is the best way to find out what is important to a prospect or a client? The best way to find out is to ask them. Not, hey, what's important to you? Okay, but it could be as simple as that. It could be like, let's say you have a conversation with your clients or your prospect. I've been supplying this XYZ to you for a number of years. And right now we're all in a tough situation. I want you to continue being a client for me. In order for you to continue being a client for me, what is the most important thing that you would look at to continue this relationship? That's a hard question, right? So, but you got to ask that, okay?
Okay, for the last question, Sir Chris, we have Antonio Aniceto.
Okay.
Go ahead, Sir Antonio. Sir Antonio, you can now ask your question. I think we lost the connection. Anyways,
okay.
This is it. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful learning session.
Awesome.
It was really jam-packed, actually. Thank you, and hope to see you soon, sir.
Okay, all right. Everybody take care.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
So
before we end our session, our e-learning session rather, we would like to acknowledge some of our win-win partners. We would like to thank our official media partner, Art Plus Magazine, digital media partners, Focus Media, Globaltronics, CD Advertising Ventures, Outcome, Elevate Media. For win-win partners, thank you to Brother, Faber-Castell, Glutacy, Moringa O2, KFC, Mr. Donut, Tokyo, Lotus Biscoff. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. It's Ariva Academy Philippines Inc. Facebook page. Please scan this QR code so you can be directed to our Facebook page. So don't forget to like us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch the replays of our webinars and of course today's webinar and get unlimited access on our YouTube channel. Please check the link below. For our upcoming online learning sessions, kindly register tomorrow. This will be tomorrow. KonMari method, declutter your space, spark joy in your life. This will be discussed by Ms. Renalyn Tan Castillejos. On Social Security System, members' assistance on COVID-19 impact. This will be on Thursday, this coming Thursday, so don't forget to register. April 16, we have invited Mr. Jomer C. Gonzalez. And on Friday, I'm very excited. We have invited Ms. Abigail Arenas de Leon, a certified image expert and an Ariva partner speaker. She will be discussing the dynamics of working from home, develop professionalism while working virtually. Next, communication and relationships, building in times of crisis. This will be on Saturday, this coming Saturday, April 18, 3 to 4:30 p.m. This will be discussed by Mr. Ekon Malig. And we have invited as well a US certified neuroscience coach, Coach Ben Ampil, better decision making and understanding the global reactions to COVID-19 using neuroscience. So interesting. So this will be on Monday, April 20. And of course, we have invited Mr. Chinky Tan, manage money in a crisis, strategies to manage your money better. This will be on Saturday, April 25. And of course, we would like to invite you in another learning event from our partner, Mr. Paulo Tibig. He will be discussing work mode mindset, leadership lessons employees can learn at this time of crisis. This will be on April 16, 10 a.m. For further details, please visit his Facebook page at Paulo Tibig. And of course, this is our upcoming HR Virtual Summit PH 2020. So for further details, please visit our website, www.ariva.com.ph, or please check our FB page, Ariva Academy Philippines Inc. If you want to customize an e-learning exclusive for your company, please do reach me at 0916-695-4418 or email me at irish.arivaacademy@gmail.com. And that's it. Before we end our session, we would like to greet Mr. Dan Sibukaw from Stars Division. Happy birthday also. So see you tomorrow. This is Irish Malonda once again saying in Ariva, it's all about being better, keep safe, and stay home.